What's up, y'all? It's your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast. We gotta pay some bills real quick. And before we get into it, it's Laid Back TV, our #1 streaming. Thank you so much for sponsoring us. Yo, 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, multiple languages, multiple HBOs, compatible on your iPhones, Androids, and your Fire Sticks, okay? Check them out on laidbacktv.com. You know what I'm saying? Check them out. Now, let's get into some hip-hop talk, all right? Whoa! Holy shit. Yo, so we gonna send a condolences and prayers, lots of healing energy to the family, to the late, great Irv Gotti of Murder, Inc. Records, okay? I come from that era when hip-hop and Def Jam were fucking killing it, okay? Killing it. I think honestly 98, 99 was probably the best fucking year in not only Def Jam, but fucking hip-hop history. It was crazy. Everybody had a platinum album. Everybody had a gold album. If you didn't have that, you had a #1 album, #1 single, and you on fucking point. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. It was very fucking competitive. Not saying any other year was, like 2000, 01, 02, but 99 was crazy because a lot of these fucking competitors were based out of the same fucking label. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm talking like Jay-Z, I'm talking about Ja Rule, I'm talking about DMX, the late great DMX. You know what I'm saying? This shit was crazy. You know, and Irv Gotti was in the midst of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Great producer, great CEO of Murder Inc. Held it down. You know what I'm saying? Murder Inc., you know, had artists like Ja Rule, Ashanti, Lloyd, Charlie Baltimore, Cadillac Ty, Black Child. Yo, the list goes on. 01, I remember 01. Great records. You know what I mean? Great albums, you know, with Ja Rule all the way down from Beanie Beanie Beachy to Rule 336 to Pain is Love to The Last Temptation to Blood in My Eye with Ashanti with her fucking self-titled debut album with Chapter 2, Concrete Rose with Lloyd, with Southside and so forth. Yo, great projects, great albums, compilations. You know what I'm saying? I wanna shed a highlight to my top records produced by Irv Gotti, the legend himself. Passed away on February 5th. Condolences to his whole family, his kids. You know, the whole Gotti clan. You know, the whole Chris Gotti, everyone. Condolences to Ja Rule. You know what I mean? He was such an important factor in hip-hop. You know what I mean? I got to watch both of his episodes and his interviews on Drink Champs with over there with DJ EFN and Nori. Yo, it was pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy, you know what I mean? And he was always a smart dude, you know, doing his Tales episodes over there at BET, and this motherfucker just kept going. So, you know, shout out to him. Bless up there in the heavenly gates. Favorite records. I got 3 records by Ja Rule. I got Holla Holla. I got Murder for Life featuring Memphis Bleak. I got both of those joints are from the Beanie Beanie Beachy album. I got one record from Pain is Love. Lost Little Girl. Love that beat. Love that track. That was an awesome record. Let me see. 2 records from the late great DMX. Okay? We got What's My Name from And Then There Was X, DMX's 3rd album, and his debut album, It's Dark and Hell is Hot, the legendary intro record. Holy shit. It don't matter. Every time I step into a motherfucking building or I'll walk through a hallway or whatever, you know, go for my morning walks or whatever the fuck the case is, I play that joint intro. That shit is fire. It's from all the way from 1998. And it's just aging perfectly. So condolences and rest in peace to not only Irv Gotti and Irv Gotti's family, his spirit, but also DMX. You know what I mean? Shout out to DMX. Another record, I would say Jay-Z's Can I Get A, featuring Emil, Ja Rule, off of the Volume 2 Hard Knock Life album. One of Jay-Z's best work. I mean, it's objective. You know, some people could say, oh, it's Blueprint or Black Album or Reasonable Doubt. But if we're being fucking honest, you motherfuckers weren't really giving the flowers and the respect to Reasonable Doubt until it was being like fucking, talked about in a lawsuit with NFTs and and Dame Dash and so forth. So you know what I mean, like, just to say that Reasonable Doubt is a cult fucking classic. I mean, you guys didn't even give the respect to make it gold. You know what I mean? You had to do it over there in priority. Not Def Jam yet. So I think I would consider Volume 2 Hard Knock Life one of the top Jay-Z hip hop albums of all time. Greatest, one of the GOAT albums. And one from the Ride or Die Volume 3 album, and Are We Trust, Eve track called You, Me, and She. What we gonna do, baby? Baby. Yeah. These are not my records. 3 from Ja, 2 from X, 1 from J, 1 from Eve. So, condolences to the Murder Inc. captain. Sincerely, condolences. Healing energy to your whole family. Rest in peace, Irv Gotti. Okay, Irv fucking Gotti, man. Rest in peace. Salute to you, brother. And okay, so Party Next Door and Drake put out an album together, like fucking over 20 tracks. Shout out to them. Debut number 1 on Valentine's Day. Pulled off 270,000. Okay, 270,000 units. Very interesting. Very dope. But they're comparing it. I'm seeing a lot of things out there comparing it. Not only to compare it with Kendrick Lamar's album that came out like 2-3 months ago, GNX. That sold a little over 300K, but debuted out number 1 as well. Like they debut. I mean, I saw something that, the 20 versus 1, the 20v1, which is Drake against pretty much the whole industry, whether it's Kendrick, whole TDE, fucking Weeknd, Future, and all that shit. And when I saw that, I saw that they put up not only GNX album, they put out they put up on the scale Absol's album, Schoolboy Q's album, everybody that basically allegedly would be against Drake. And they only put 2 projects and combined them on how much Drake is literally winning as a corpse, allegedly. But, they added For All the Dogs that came out in 2023 and the Drake and Party Next Door album, Some Sexy Songs for You. Now, I don't think it's fair, because when you hear Some Sexy Songs for You by PND and Drake, and then when you hear Kendrick Lamar's GNX, this is entirely a different fucking demographic. I think you can agree. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm sorry, what niggas are actually fucking listening to Some Sexy Songs for You and thinking that, oh, this was Drake and Party Next Door for Some Sexy Songs for You, grown-ass men. No, this was songs for the bitches, okay? This was songs for the ladies enjoying themselves, feeling nice and special and sexy. Now, I think that was a smart move to go in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Giving them the kind of records that, Drake core fans really like. My thing is these sneak disses and shots fired and all that shit on an album, Some Sexy Songs for You, is more like, really? You could have went so much different ways to this, but then again, you knew everybody was going to listen because they thought you were going to throw some hidden jabs in there. I mean, you did. It's not bullshit. You did. But it was more like, this is what we wanted. You know what I mean? Like, personally, I wanted Drake to go away and fucking come back with an album, because ain't nobody fucking in his whole fucking catalog. It's very rare we talking about a fucking classic album by Drake. Very rare. Maybe core Drake fans will disagree, but I'll call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you can make an argument for Take Care, 100%. I think you can make an argument for Thank Me Later. I don't think nobody gives a lot of credit and respect to his debut album, Thank Me Later. Some people think Views. You know what I mean? Views. I mean, an argument for Views, I don't think it's better than Take Care, but it's close. Scorpion, I mean, that was a good move. I mean, after losing a battle to Pusha T, you come out with a double album. I think that was good. He fucking won a Grammy. He did everything he needed to do. So I understand that. But, you know, after fucking if you're reading This Is Too Late, ain't nobody talking about a fucking classic album. You know, I mean, T-Pain gave his take on this album, and he said it sounds like it was a bunch of leftover tracks that didn't make album cuts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if that's the case, I mean, T-Pain would know. I mean, T-Pain is one of the biggest hook men, you know, ever since Nate Dogg, rest in peace. You know, so maybe there's something onto it. I mean, I'm hearing a lot of takes that are similar to what T-Pain is saying, you know, but salute to him. Salute to Party Next Door on his first #1 album. Drake, I lost count how many fucking albums are yours. But if you're going to do the 20v1, you can't just add Schoolboy Q and Absol's album only. You can't add those only. You know, if you're gonna put that, you're gonna put K Dot's GNX, then you gotta add the people that were also being fucking targeted on certain diss records last year by Drake. I'm talking Future, and I'm talking The Weeknd. Now, if we're transparent, Future put out 3 #1 albums. 3. 2 with Metro Boomin, which he got a few Grammy nominations for, and his I forgot what the album was. I think it's Pluto something, Pluto mixtape or something. It's still debut #1. Okay, now The Weeknd, don't even get me fucking started. Motherfucker shattered records as the biggest album of 2025 thus far. You know what I mean? Which is Hurry Up Tomorrow. He's fucking crazy, and he's gonna follow it with a stadium tour. So if we're talking 20v1, that's a lot of fucking 20. I mean, we're only mentioning 5 or 6. You gotta put The Weeknd involved. You gotta put fucking Future. You can't just put, you know, Schoolboy Q and Ab-Soul or, you know, DJ Mustard. You can't just put that. You gotta put everybody, including with the GNX album. So I don't know. I think people just be fucking bored. You know what I'm saying? You know, they could do better than that if I'm being honest. But shout out to PND, Party Next Door and Drake for the #1 album on Billboard. Some sexy songs for you, all right? But that's all we got for the Drop That Podcast and Hip Hop Talk. I'm your boy, D Jackson. Wait, who's that? Oh, you wanted to comment. You just deleted your comment. I bet. Sorry about that, guys. I saw a comment on below, so it was like, oh shit. And someone's gonna try to debate me. It might be a Drake fan. Maybe not. I'm your boy Eddie Jackson. So Drop That Podcast. We out this bitch. Y'all subscribe to the page, like the page. You already know. Leave your comments. Say what's up. Don't pull out like that motherfucker right there. All right. Peace, y'all. Be safe.